Welcome back, students. As I promised you to teach thermodynamics through questions. So here the next question in the series. Calculate the enthalpy change on freezing 1 mole of water at 10 degrees Celsius to ice at minus 10 degrees Celsius. So in this question, we start from H2O liquid because it is 1 mole of water. So H2O liquid at 10 degrees Celsius and to ice. That means there is a phase change. Liquid is changed into solid. So H2O liquid at 10 degrees Celsius to H2O solid at minus 10 degrees Celsius. We have to go from H2O liquid at 10 degrees Celsius to H2O solid at minus 10 degrees Celsius. And while going from H2O liquid at 10 degrees Celsius to H2O solid at minus 10 degrees Celsius, at what temperature there is a phase change? At
0 degrees.
0 degree Celsius. Okay, so H2O liquid at 0 degrees Celsius is in equilibrium with H2O solid at the same temperature, and then H2O solid at 0 degrees Celsius to H2O solid at minus 10 degrees Celsius. That means now there are three processes. First is H2O liquid at 10 degrees Celsius to H2O liquid at 0 degrees Celsius. This is the process number 1. So take it as delta H1 and then H2O liquid to H2O solid 0 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius. What is this process? Amount of enthalpy change when 1 mole of liquid is converted into 1 mole of solid at its melting point. That is called enthalpy of fusion. So here the next definition. Enthalpy of fusion. So enthalpy of fusion is defined as amount of enthalpy change when 1 mole of liquid is converted into its solid at its freezing point or melting point, because freezing point is equal to melting point, right? Now, but here change is from liquid to solid and fusion is solid to liquid. That means it is reverse. So enthalpy of fusion with the negative sign, right? Then next is H2O solid to H2O solid 0 to minus 10. So now delta H is equal to delta H1
Minus delta H2.
delta H2 plus delta H3. Now delta H1, it is H2O liquid to H2O liquid from 10 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees. Delta H1, it is the enthalpy change when H2O liquid at 10 degrees Celsius is converted into H2O liquid into 0 degrees Celsius. But delta H1 is not given to us. What is given? Cp of H2O liquid. Now what is Cp? That is
heat capacity at constant pressure.
It is heat capacity at constant
Pressure.
Now heat capacity is defined as, or heat capacity at constant pressure, it is defined as amount of heat required to increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius of a given substance. Like there is 1 mole, so 1 mole of a substance, amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 mole of a substance by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. So as a whole, Cp is equal to heat absorbed or evolved at constant pressure, that is called delta H, divided by change in temperature. That implies, what is delta H?
Cp into delta T.
Cp into delta T. And delta T is equal to final temperature minus initial.
Initial temperature.
T2 minus
T1.
T1. So in this way, delta H1 is Cp H2O liquid into delta T1. Take it as delta T1. So in this case, what is delta T1?
10 degree.
10 degrees Celsius.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Yeah.
Because
how will it be
fi-
minus 10?
Because final temperature is
0 degrees.
0 degrees Celsius
Yes.
and initial is
10 degrees
10.
Celsius.
So 0 minus
10.
10. So it is minus 10.
Yes.
Okay. Plus delta H2 is from H2O liquid to H2O solid. And what is given to us? Enthalpy of fusion.
Fusion.
And enthalpy of fusion is
Minus.
amount of enthalpy change when 1 mole of solid is converted into a
Liquid.
liquid
state.
state. Right? But now it is enthalpy of fusion. Here we are freezing.
So therefore
Negative.
It's with negative sign. Good. Then plus Cp of H2O solid and into delta T2. This is delta T2. What is delta T2 now?
Plus 10 degrees Celsius.
Again it is minus 10. See, it is 0 to 0 minus 10. Final is 0. Initial is 10. So minus 10. Delta T2. Final is minus 10.
initial.
Yeah.
Initial 0. Again minus 10. Both are minus 10. As both are minus 10, so now come to this part. CpH2O liquid, it is 75.3.
3.
75.3 into
Minus 10.
minus 10 because delta T1 is minus
10.
10. Now next is, what is delta H fusion?
Minus 6.03.
Minus 6.03.
03.
But it is in kilojoule. See, value is in kilojoule.
10 to the
This
minus
value is
10.
in joule.
Joule.
So just multiplied by
10 to the power minus 3.
10 power 3
10 to the power.
kilojoule. So we convert it into joule. Plus, what is CpH2 solid? 36.8 into
Minus 10.
again minus 10. So now it is minus 753 minus 6030 minus 368. So sum of these three numbers is equal to, yes, what is the value?
Minus 7151.
7151 joule per mole.
Per mole.
Or in kilojoule, it is minus 7.151 kilojoule
Per mole.
Per mole.
per mole. So there is one trick. Say here it is joule. So keep in mind. Sometimes we forget. It is in kilojoule or it is in joule.
Yes, sir.
So both should be in the same unit. If it is taken in joule, so it should be in joules. Okay. So in this way, when we multiply it by 1000, it becomes joule. So now all the values are in joules. So we get joule per mole. And if we would like to convert it into kilojoule, just divide it by 1000. So if we divide it by 1000, it is 7.151. This is a question from NCERT, question number 10. So do subscribe, like and share this channel and press the bell icon. Thank you very much.